Hello, 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 and welcome to another Thoughts and Opinions video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Warframe. Warframe is a game made by Digital Extremes, available for all platforms, I believe, and it's available for the low, low price of absolutely free. Warframe is a third-person action sci-fi kind of game. There's a lot to Warframe, is why I did a little bit of a laugh there. Saying it's a sci-fi action kind of game doesn't really do it justice because there's like a hell of a lot going on in this game. So much so that I'm not going to be able to cover it all in one video. Speaking of what I'm not going to be able to cover in this video, I am not going to talk at all really about the story as we go through, simply because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. All I will say on the story, I will say right now before I even launch the game, is the story is fantastic. It has a bunch of really cool plot twists and turns, and they've just added a huge chunk to the story, which I've not played yet, and I am thoroughly looking forward to doing so. I'm not going to speak any more on the story. Or maybe I should give you the backdrop for what the game actually is. So, okay, so you play as a Warframe, essentially. I won't go into any more detail again. Warframes are kind of like your characters slash your class. I say class because they kind of fit into like a bunch of different categories. They could be kind of like
builds itself ceaselessly. We must have that railjack.
interrupting me there. Very rude. Yeah, each Warframe kind of behaves kind of like a class in an RPG. They all have four skills. They all function very differently from one another. There's a large number of Warframes to choose from. And yeah, like the basic premise is you control a Warframe. You are a prisoner on board this guy's ship at the beginning. You have to escape. You do the tutorial. You pick a starting Warframe, and then you're basically tasked with kind of figuring out what the heck's going on in the galaxy. This woman called the Lotus sends you out on missions, and they send you planet hopping between all these different planets, starting from Mercury, going all the way around, going to Earth, to Mars, to Ceres, to Jupiter, to Saturn, to Uranus, so on and so forth. And it circles outwards until eventually you get to like the Kuva Fortress and the Void, which are like the harder areas in the game. On each of the planets, you have a bunch of mission nodes. These missions range from just killing the entire map, which is exterminate, to capturing a target, maybe, to spy missions, which are basically like infiltrate the enemy base and steal data. So there's stealth. There's stealth in this game, as well as lots of killing, lots of acrobatics. I am essentially going to just show you a mission. It's easier to just jump straight into it to show you. Let's see if we've got a simple mission. I'm going to show you my favorite mission type, which is survival. We're going to do it on the easier one. No, we'll do it on the harder one. Just make sure I'm on solo. So you can play this game up to 4 players, either with random people or with your friends. I'm going to be doing it solo just so that the map doesn't get just blitzed and I can actually show you what's going on. Oh, can I quickly... Oh, you know what? Screw it. We'll just go. We'll see what happens. So this is a survival mission. Survival is one of the endless mission types. Basically, the longer you survive, the more rewards you get. You get a reward every 5 minutes. And those rewards just keep going and going and going.
A lone Tenno operative is raiding this ship for supplies.
This is the Lotus.
To distract the enemy.
She's the one who gives you all of your mission objectives. I have to trigger an alarm to start a distraction so that someone can steal things from this ship, basically. And yeah, I am the distraction. So this is like a hacking mini game. You just have to line up all of the white lines. So I'm doing it a bit slowly so you can actually see it.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out.
So we now have to kill enemies and collect oxygen tanks to keep life support flowing. So the Warframe I'm playing as is Wukong at the moment. His abilities are he can split into two. So I now have my twin, and he's shooting my bow. If I switch to the bow, he will switch to melee. He will go and he'll use my, I think I've got nunchucks equipped. Yeah, I have nunchucks equipped. Not ready. Oh no, I don't have nunchucks equipped. I've got something else equipped. But anyways, Wukong's second ability is he can turn into smoke. Wow. I don't actually know if I'm doing these abilities in order. Smoke makes him invincible. He can also fly around, so it's a good escape move, basically. Wukong also has, as his third move, a counter. He holds this to absorb damage, and then he releases it all in a big staff strike. And his final ability is to actually just open his staff. Ooh.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the
Wukong is, as you may be able to see, he's a bit of a tanky Warframe. He's also quite melee focused. He's very good at getting out of tight spots. He can use his celestial twin to like distract enemies, essentially.
Behold the Tenno, come to scavenge and desecrate this sacred realm.
As well as a Warframe, well, that was my own dude. As well as a Warframe, you pick 3 weapons, 2 guns and 1 melee weapon. So I have a bow. This bow deals crazy damage. It should one-shot pretty much anything until the later levels. And I also have a pistol, which is like a needle gun, and the needles explode into gas. Very interesting. It's one of the better weapons in the game, I actually think. So we want to keep our life support up so we can continue the mission until it hits 5 minutes.
It is time.
Ooh.
I will teach these trespassers the redemptive power of my goddess. They will learn its simple.
I did not realise that he was here.
life support activated.
Just want to get my health back.
If the Tenno wants
Okay, we killed him.
salvation, they will lay down their arms and wait for
There we go.
baptism of my Yanis.
I don't even think my Warframe is leveled up. That could be why my health is going down.
And they will resist.
This guy's just going to keep talking. He does that. I have already killed him and he's still talking.
Behold, they cut me down, but still I speak.
We'll actually have a challenge to kill enemies with gas. Let's do that.
And I cannot be.
Because this gun is gas.
Another life support capsule is now available.
So the gunplay in this game is super satisfying. It all, you know, the way it feels will change up depending on what gun you're using, obviously. And it can genuinely make the game feel super different, which is great. It's genuinely great.
Get ready for a capsule.
So, yeah, in the higher levels where enemies can actually kill you, you want to be staying mobile for as long as possible.
Life support has been replenished.
You want to not let enemies pin you down, because if enemies pin you down, you are as good as dead. Gas grenade. Oh.
Additional life support has arrived.
Go. Is my twin dead again? Oh, I equipped this weapon, this melee weapon, for a story mission. It's very cool looking, but it's not very powerful because I've not upgraded it at all.
The raid is off to a successful start.
Okay, so we can leave now whenever we want.
Go to extraction.
And I probably will, just so I can show you some more, like a different Warframe. So this is kind of the crux of like what the missions are. You get loaded into a map, and you will have various objectives. This one is obviously very one note. You just have to survive. Others will have you eliminating full platoons of enemies, basically wiping the whole map out. Other missions will
10 up.
be
Prepare for life support.
Other missions will be like capturing a target. Other missions will be infiltration, like I said. So you can get a lot of different stuff. And depending on what warframe you use and what weapons you combine with that warframe, you will get a very different experience every single time. It's genuinely very, very interesting. I needed this item to build a new warframe. So you'll get resources to build new weapons and warframes as you complete
I
missions.
delivered another life support.
You will also get... Come on, give me my cursor back so I can show you things. Come on, cursor.
Our
There we go.
enemy rebuilds itself.
Oh god, he's going to talk now.
We must have that railjack.
Okay, so you get credits. Everything costs credits. Credits are very plentiful. You will end up with loads after a while, as long as you're playing quite a lot like I do. You will get also materials, so control module, ferrite, orokin cell. There's a bunch more as well. They also go towards building new warframes and weapons. And you get mods as well. So mods you slot into your warframes and your weapons to make them more powerful. So like this mod, I could put it on one of my pistols, or the pistol that I've got, for example, and it would give that pistol more toxin damage, and it would give that toxin an extra 15% chance to activate its effect, basically. You can make weapons for status, and you can make weapons for critical damage, or you can do a combination of both. Usually you want to do a little bit of both. Let's show you a different warframe, and I want to show you Hydroid, because Hydroid is interesting. So Wukong was quite a grounded warframe. He can split into two, and he had that counter attack. Hydroid is a bit more kooky. He's got some more weird abilities. So he is an ocean-themed warframe. What should we just do another survival, another 5-minute survival, or do you want to see a different? Should we do a different mission objective? Let's go for. What have we got? What else have we got in the void? Because I kind of need void missions. We could just do 5 levels of defense. Should we do the easy one? I do need some low-level materials. Let's do a high-level one. Can I? Where are the high-level? I can do this. Oh, is it this one? Defense. So yeah, a level 30 to 35 defense. Let's do that. We're playing as Hydroid this time. I don't know how well this is going to go, I'm not going to lie. Usually you would go with a full squad into these missions, but it gives me a chance to show you some different warframe abilities regardless.
The enemy is
So this
at
is
our
Hydroid.
doorstep. You must defend our
What have I got
equipment
equipped?
until reinforcements arrive.
I've got a lever action rifle,
The
and
Lotus
I've
is
got
counting on us.
a crossbow, and I've got dual swords, I believe, or it's a sword and a dagger. Cool. Right, and then I can show you all of what Hydroid does as we progress. Right, so we have to defend this pod now. This is another endless mission. I like the endless missions. I always do in any game. So, lever action rifle, very powerful. Let's do my ultimate ability to begin. That summons the Kraken. These tentacles come out. They pick up enemies that get close. I can turn into a puddle of water and drown enemies. I can surge forwards in a tidal wave. Let's get out of that, because otherwise I'm going to run out of energy. Use my swords a little bit. These swords are very satisfying. Come on, where are the other enemies? Oop. Lever action rifle. Okay, that's wave 1 cleared. That was a lot more hassle than it needed to be. But it's okay. It's okay. So usually I would be giving myself some more energy using a little trick that you get later on in the game, but as I say, I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you, so we're gonna... Oh. Let's just put these up. There we go. Wait. No, you don't. Show you the crossbow. Always fun. Ow. You know, I might actually be in trouble here. Defense is an objective that is designed for very specific styles of play, and I'm not sure that that style of play is quite what I've got going on, unfortunately. That went okay. Is he still alive? Oh god, what is happening? Where is that enemy? Oh, is he up? He's up. There we go, he's gone. Oh, there's another one somewhere. God, bad at shooting.
Consider what I've learned from the skirmish.
Okay. I really need more energy. Good lord. Did I put any energy on my wheel? I did not. Okay. He turned into a ghost. I don't know what that's all about. Hang on. Can I? So he's a ghost now as well. Oh, is he on my team? That's friggin' interesting. Yeah, I think they're on my team. Awesome. So I think because this is Hydroid's main weapon, when I kill enemies with it, it turns them into like water clones that can help me. I'm sure there was an enemy over here. Yeah, there is. That's really cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. See, even I'm learning things about this game. Like, there is so much to this game. It's kind of inevitable that I would be learning something, I guess. Yep, they're on my team now. Awesome. Oh, okay, I thought he was going to keep running. That's so cool. I can't believe I didn't know this was a thing. That's an explosive. Ow. Come on, we're doing this. We just need to make it through, like, what, 2 more waves, I think it is? Ooh, 2 for 1. I really like this weapon. I didn't realise how much I liked this weapon until just a moment ago. Let's pick up whatever I can. Ooh. Sorry, I'm going a little bit quiet here because I'm focusing. I really shouldn't be. Oh. I wasn't even charging the arrow. We've nearly done it. We're on like wave 5, so this should be it. There we go.
Reinforcements
So
available.
now we
Do
can
you
just
choose to leave
extract.
now
You can choose to
or remain
extract or
fighting?
battle basically, and like you basically you all get a vote, and whoever wants to leave can leave. The rest of you can stay fighting if you want to. So I have 162% accuracy, and the reason for that is because I was using a crossbow, and
Our
that
enemy
crossbow
rebuilds itself in
pierces through
pieces.
enemies, so I can kill multiple enemies
Must
with one
have that
bolt.
railjack.
But yeah, so what I've shown you is the linear missions within Warframe. So you'll take all of the rewards you get there, and you can take them to this crafting bench. And what you can do is you can craft yourself new Warframes. So let's see, I've got Atlas here. You have to run a very specific assassination mission to get all of the Atlas parts. The assassination missions are essentially boss battles. I can't remember if I said that. So, you would run a boss battle over and over again until you get all the required parts. And then eventually you would be able to build yourself Atlas. I just got enough to build myself something I've been working towards for quite a while, and that is Nidus. I am very much looking forward to playing as this guy again. So, as you can see, it takes a long time to build things, especially big things like Warframes. Smaller things will take less time, like 24-hour kind of time, 12 hours even, some of them. Sometimes even less, actually. But a big thing like a Warframe takes 3 days to build, and you can speed that up by spending this platinum, this 50 currency down here. See, I've got 522 of it at the moment up in this top corner. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't think I'm going to have too much time to play in the next couple of days anyways, so I might as well just, wait until he completes and save myself some platinum. But yeah, this is where you come basically to build all of your stuff and put all of your resources down and actually make something out of them. I've got a ton of stuff that's really close to being able to be built. A ton of stuff that I can build, but I don't really necessarily care about it right now. And yeah, so there's a tremendous amount of variety. I mean, I'm just going to quickly. I can't remember if I already showed you this, but up here, you have a codex. If you're lost on where to go, you can figure out your next story quest from here. Or alternatively, you can just look at all of the different things in the game. Let's look at the weapons. Check this out. All of these weapons in the game to be used. The white bar on the right-hand side that's going down, that is how far down the page we are. Like, there's so much to pick from. Like, just imagine all of this combined with, like, all the different Warframes in the game as well. I mean, like, Warframes, again, there's quite a few of them. Considering each of these Warframes are, like, a playstyle unto themselves. It's crazy. I've shown you the deep sea Warframe Hydroid, and I've shown you the what did I show you first? What was the first Warframe I showed you? Oh, Wukong. He's like the Warframe based off of Sun Wukong. Whole like Journey to the West character. Like and there is, as I say, there's a Warframe for everyone. Like, you have Warframes that are like stealth ninjas. You have Warframes that are like absolute beasts, like absolute like battering rams, essentially, like Rhino, who can just like hammer through enemies. You have Warframes that are a little bit more tactical, like Nyx. She can mind control enemies, or you have Saren, who can spread infection amongst enemies. You have wacky Warframes like Octavia. You can make a whole like beat. When I say beat, I mean music. Like, and you can kind of make it. Like, you can make your own music, and depending on what music you make, her abilities kind of require different timings to activate. Titania is like the fairy Warframe. She can turn into a little sprite and fly around. And when I say fly around, I mean she has full movement, like on all axes. She can fly wherever she wants. Like Gara is the glass Warframe. She uses glass to attack and to defend. Gauss is the speed Warframe. He can literally move at lightning fast speeds. Like there's so many. There's Necromance. There's the Necromancer Warframe Necros. I can't find him right now. He's somewhere in here. Um, like you will find one that appeals to you 110%. All you have to do is look a little bit. The one thing that this game kind of sucks with is it has a very steep entry point. If you can get like there's basically the game just throws a lot at you all at once at the beginning, and it can be very easy to get overwhelmed. And if you take a break from the game, it can be confusing to come back to it as well. But like on a first kind of run through, you should be kind of fine. The game sort of gives you things in bite-sized chunks. Once you're over the initial hump, this game is wonderful. It has one of the nicest communities, a fantastic story, brilliant music, great character designs, really satisfying gunplay and swordplay. Great Warframe abilities that distinguish from everything. There's open worlds in this game. Like I haven't even shown you the open worlds, and like I figure you should probably discover them for yourself. But there's 3 massive open worlds in this game that you can explore outside of your ship and outside of the small linear missions that I showed you. There's so much to do, and a lot that I haven't even told you. You can get pets. This is a Kavat, not to be confused with the cat. The way you can tell them apart is the fact that this one has 5 tails and it looks like an absolute monstrosity. It'll also claw your eyes out, although I guess regular cats also have that kind of capacity as well. But yeah. Yeah, and there's so much I can't tell you as well because of spoiler reasons. But the progress is a lot deeper than even I'm showing you right now. You can fully customize the appearance of your Warframe, so you've got full control over multiple colors. I can make him whatever color I want. Whatever color I want. And whatever color I want. Like, you genuinely have true freedom to make your character look however you want. And with the sheer number of weapons and warframes in the game, you can be pretty much 100% unique if you want to be. Just genuinely, like, this game it feels so good to play. It's very much a time sink. If you don't have time on your hands, it could be one of those games that you play a little bit and then drift away from. I know I have a couple of times when I've been busier, but if you've got the time to put into it, this game is wonderful. And if you've got friends to play it with, even better. You have a handy chat. You can use it to ask questions if you get stuck in this question mark tab, or you can tab over again, and you can use this to find a squad if you don't have anyone to play with. Just type in what kind of mission you want to do, and then people will be like, "Yeah, I'll join you." So that person wants to farm for prime parts using a relic. That means nothing to you, but shift, anyone who's been in the game for a while will know what a lot of this stuff means. An air farm is an event currency for an event that's going on. Stuff like that. There's also a fully functioning marketplace, which is mostly player ran. I mean, like Digital Extremes obviously monitor it and like make sure nothing crazy is going on, but you essentially trade with other players, and you can it has its own economy. You trade platinum for parts, or you can trade parts for parts. If you're wanting to try and build a specific warframe, some people might be willing to trade with you for certain things. It's always worth popping it up in there if you're really stuck. Genuinely, the community is really nice, and as long as you're nice back, people will treat you with respect. It's been one of the nicest experiences I've had in a video game, to be honest with you. Honestly, like, I can't really say much more without getting into A, spoiler territory, or B, getting to a point where I have to start talking in such depth that there's no return. So, this is, you've kind of seen the sort of like the general how the gameplay looks and what different warframes can actually do. I have by no means shown you the sheer diversity and content that this game has to offer. You can fly in outer space, you can do underwater missions or part underwater missions. Um, the stealth missions, like I said, open world missions, fully cinematic story missions, where there is actual meaningful character development. And this game's regularly updated as well, and all of it can be played or earned for free, as long as you're willing to put a bit of time in. And if you don't have the time, you can pay to speed things up. Um, Honestly, I don't hate the monetization in this game. It is a bit pricey, as is the case with honestly most microtransactions in most games. But this is probably one of the least intrusive games for microtransactions that I've played in quite a while. Um, so, I almost feel inclined to sort of let it slide and just sort of be like, you know what, like, fair enough, you've made a phenomenal game. If people want to give you money, then, the option to do that should be there. And I have done, and I probably will continue to do so every once in a while. Whenever new content comes out, I'll pump a bit of money into the game, just to sort of say like, hey, this is worth my money. But you don't need to. You don't need to. You can play it free if you want to. So yeah, all in all, this game has a double thumbs up from me. I've been playing it for years, and I will continue to play it. I hope you guys will give it a shot. Um, yeah, this has been my thoughts and opinions on Warframe. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Farewell.